Hello, this is Chris from LP Gaming, and I'm going to be writing a tutorial series based on how I script in Unity without using MonoBehaviour. The reason I've chosen to do this is because everyone is always asking me how I run my scripts without attaching them in the editor. It's fairly simple, and I use something called instancing, which I will demonstrate throughout these videos. Throughout these videos, we will be creating a basic RPG game system. The reason I've chosen to write scripts using instancing and not MonoBehaviour is because I feel that if I ever choose to leave Unity and go into something like OpenGL or another visual library or /graphics engine, I will be able to easily move my code over because it's not as reliant on the Unity editor. This is the way that game developers that do not use Unity or any other game engines reference their scripts. I also find that it causes less strain on the CPU. Although I've proven this on my end, it may not be the case for everybody else. Before we get started, I would like to announce that LP Gaming is currently in need of 3D modelers, animators, concept artists, and level designers. If you are interested, please leave a comment below and I will get back to you, or email us at admin@lpgaming.com. Alright, now first things first, we have to open Unity. I'm sorry, I should have already had this done. We're going to go ahead and create a new project and just leave all of these unchecked. Actually, no, let's go ahead and grab the character controller. I know I didn't mention it, but these tutorials will be written in C# as I feel that using Unity script is more common, and I was already familiar with Visual Basic, so I've heard that they were similar, and it turns out that they are. Not to mention, I hate JavaScript. Alright, now, first things first, let's go ahead and create a new folder in the assets called scripts. Inside this folder, we're going to create a new C# script, and we're going to name it Application Manager. Let's go ahead and open this up. Okay, so first things first. We're going to need to import system_collections.generic up here. This allows us to use arrays and instancing. In here, the first thing that we're going to do is declare the application manager as an instance. So let's go ahead and do that. Public static application manager instance. Now, over here, we are going to be creating a method. Well, not really a method, but yes, a method. I'm sorry, I don't know how to explain this part, but I can explain what it does. Go ahead and create it. Public static application manager. Get instance. Open bracket. Close bracket. In here, we're going to say if the instance equals null, which means if the instance does not exist, we are going to create an instance. And we want that instance, of course, to be an application manager. In C# you have to put the new function if you're going to create something else. I do believe it's the same in C++ and Java, although I'm not so sure about JavaScript. So we're going to go ahead and do this and return the instance. Considering this is our only MonoBehaviour script, in the start function, you're going to have to set instance equals this. And currently that is it for our application manager. So we can go ahead and minimize MonoDevelop and create another script. The script is also going to be a C# script. We are going to name this one Stat Manager. In Stat Manager, we're going to basically do the same thing. We're going to have to public static stat manager instance. Don't forget to import your system.collections.generic. And we're also going to have to get the get instance function. Instance equals this, return instance. Now, let's go ahead and start creating our skill stats. Here we go. Region, stats, and region. You do not have to do this. This just allows me to see how over here you can close things up. Inside this region, you can just close it out, and it says that it's stats, and you can bring it back up. I do this because it makes it cleaner, and I like having everything right here, what I'm working on, without scrolling up and down in my scripts. So let's go ahead and create public ints for, let's see what we're going to use. I guess we're going to end up using strength, stamina, luck, dexterity, and intelligence. Considering this script does not use MonoBehaviour, we are going to be erasing this part. Also, void start is not called, considering we're not using MonoBehaviour. Instead, we'll use public stat manager, which basically tells it what to do once the instance is created. In here, we're going to be setting the values of strength to 10, stamina to 10, luck to 10, dexterity to 10, and intelligence to 10. This is it for the stat manager, and I will see you on our next tutorial.